हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आज मैं आपके लिए लाया हूँ जेई एडवांस 2022 का प्रॉब्लम ऑन द टॉपिक लिमिट्स ऑफ फंक्शन। आइए देखते हैं पहले प्रॉब्लम क्या है और फिर उसका सॉल्यूशन देखते हैं। लेट अल्फा बी अ पॉजिटिव रियल नंबर, लेट एफ फ्रॉम रियल टू रियल एंड जी from alpha in comma infinity to real be a function defined by f of x equal to sine of pi x by 12 and g of x equal to 2 times ln root x minus root alpha divided by ln of e to the power root x minus e to the power root alpha. Then find the value of limit as x tends to alpha plus f of g of x. So we have to find this value that is given to us. So I have seen multiple solutions available for this question, but I will do a problem, the solution today for this problem in the easiest possible way. And most of the time, the solutions that are available that I have come across have used L'Hopital's rule, L hospital that we call that L has hospital rule they have used, and they have tried to get the answer. But it becomes a very lengthy calculative process doing the differentiation each time. So I will be showing you a very simple solution to this, which will be easily understandable. तो आइए देखते हैं कि इसका हम लोग सिंपल वे में सॉल्यूशन कैसे कर सकते हैं. So the first thing I will do is I will assume t2 as equal to e to the power root x, which is given over here, e to the power root x. So I have assumed it as t2, and same way I will assume t1 is equal to e to the power root alpha. So now with this I can say that root x will become equal to ln of t2 and root alpha will become equal to ln of t1. Also let's define t2 minus t1 is equal to h. Now we know that t2 is equal to e to the power x, e to the power root x, and t1 is equal to e to the power root alpha. So if x is tending towards alpha positive, then t2 will become equal to, or t2 will rather tend to e to the power root alpha, and t1 anyway is equal to e to the power root alpha. So t2 minus t1 will be tending towards 0, right? So the h will start tending towards 0 as x tends towards alpha positive. So now we have taken some uh, assumptions, some variables, some substitutions we have done. Now let's put all this in the function g of x and try to evaluate that what will be the value of g of x as x tends to alpha positive. So g of x को पहले हम लोग सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं क्योंकि हमने कुछ सब्सटीट्यूशंस किए हैं यहाँ पर. So g of x will be 2 times ln of root x की जगह पर हम लिखेंगे ln of t2, और माइनस रूट अल्फा है तो रूट अल्फा की जगह पे लिखते हैं हम ln of t1 डिवाइडेड बाई ln ऑफ ये रूट e टू द पावर रूट x मेरा t2 था माइनस e टू द पावर रूट अल्फा जो t1 है, तो इट इज नथिंग बट t2 माइनस t1 which I have assumed as h. So let's simply write it as ln of h. So this is one step simplification of g of x. आइए इसको फर्दर सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं. तो फर्दर इस एक्सप्रेशन को हम लोग लिख सकते हैं 2 ln ऑफ t2 अपॉन t1 divided by ln of h. Now t2 can be written as t1 plus h, right? T2 I can write as t1 plus h. Therefore t2 by t1 will become equal to t1 plus h divided by t1, which means it will be 1 plus h upon t1. So that is what I will write next. 2 ln of 1 plus h upon t1 whole divided by ln of h. So what I have done basically is I have taken this t2 by t1 that was over here, t2 by t1, I have just made it equal to t1 plus h by t1, which started giving me 1 plus h by t1, and that's what I have replaced it over here. Now here an important thing to understand is that we can do simplification of this, because we know that ln 1 plus h1 by t and ln h, for both of them limit h is tending towards 0. For when we are trying to evaluate when x is tending towards alpha plus and we are trying to evaluate g of x, then I am getting a simplified expression as to ln of 1 plus h by t1 by ln of h, where my the variable new variable h will be limiting towards 0. Now one important thing is the expression that we should be aware of. So ln of 1 plus x, the expansion of this is given by x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 minus x square x to the power 4 by 4 plus dot 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 dot, right? So this is what the expression of ln of 1 plus x. Now imagine if x tends to 0, it means that I can ignore the higher powers of x in this polynomial, so I will be just left with x. So I can approximate when x tends to 0, limit of 1 plus x can be approximated to x. So I will use uh, this analogy over here to further reduce it. So I am getting here as 2 ln of 1 plus h by t1. So now this, since this h by t1 is approaching towards 0, so by this logic, like ln here, as we are seeing that as x is approaching towards 0, the ln of 1 plus x is becoming almost equal to x. So I can say that this ln of 1 plus h by t1 will be approximated to h by t1. So that means I have reduced one further step, and it will be limit of as h tends to 0. Now 2 times of ln of h upon t1 divided by ln of h. तो अब हमारे पास g of x का एज लिमिट x टेंड्स टू अल्फा प्लस का बहुत ही सिंप्लीफाइड एक्सप्रेशन आ चुका है, विच इज नथिंग बट इक्वल टू लिमिट एज h टेंड टू 0 ln of h by t1, 2 is there, 2 is also there, divided by ln of h. This is the simple expression that we are getting. So further I can say that it is nothing but it is equal to limit of h to the h tending to 0. It is 2 times of ln of h minus ln of t1 whole divided by ln of h. So that means it is equal to ln limit as h tends to 0, 2 times of 1 minus ln of t1 by ln of h. This is what the simplified expression for limit as x tends to alpha plus for gx. So now you can see that ln of t1 based on whatever we had assumed will be nothing but we had assumed t1 is equal to e to the power root alpha. So ln of e to the power root alpha is nothing but root alpha, right? We had assumed t1 equal to e to the power root alpha. So ln of t1 is nothing but root alpha basically. So it is equal to ln as h sorry limit as h tends to 0, 2 times of 1 minus root alpha by ln of h. This is what the expression we are getting. Now you can see from this expression that as h is tending to 0, ln of h will be tending towards a minus infinity, right? It will be going towards minus infinity. Alpha is given as a positive number, so root alpha is also a finite number, right? It's a finite quantity divided by a very large negative number, which is ln of h when h is tending towards 0. So that means that it is basically some finite number divided by infinite number, which will make this as 0, right? So this will be left, we are left with 2. So basically the limit of as x tends to alpha plus g of x is turning out to be 2. So now we know that limit as x is tending to alpha plus g of x is equal to 2. So now we have to find basically limit as x is tending to alpha plus f of g of x, which means f at 2, right? So that means f at 2 is nothing but sine of pi x, which will become pi into 2 by 12, which is nothing but sine of pi by 6, which will give me 1 by 2, and that is the answer for this question, 1 by 2. So you can see that we didn't do any L hospital rule, otherwise we would have to do a lot of differentiation. It would have become a complicated step. We just assumed certain variables and then we just simplified it and performed some simplifications and little bit of algebra here and there, and simply we are able to get the answer. So hope you enjoyed this video, got a alternate option or alternate solution to the problems that are apart from those that are existing out there. So stay tuned to our channel for more such JEE advanced problems. I will be coming up with more such problems around JEE advanced. So stay tuned. Please share this video. Please like. Please subscribe to our channel for more content. Stay tuned to the channel, and please suggest what kind of other content that you would like to see, or any other questions that you want to get the solution of. So keep learning, keep enjoying. Have a great day. Thank you.